maybe 10 sacks, but they'll do a lot more damage. They'll free up our ends. They'll help our cornerbacks out. We need that help. They're going to put some pressure up on that quarterback, stop that run, force that double teams, and open up our ends to do some damage.
Are you listening?
49ers! They're doing it again, fam. They are doing it again. It's not our imagination. The media is disrespecting the 49ers again. And we should be used to it by now, right? You know, if Deforest Buckner would have went to the San Diego Chargers, they would have been all over it. I'm sitting there listening to the Chargers GM. They're talking about Joey Bosa. No word about Deforest Buckner to the 49ers or anybody else in the organization. And they call us salty, salty, salty. It's not about being salty. It's about being yucky unfair. That's fine. You know what? Because first of all, it's a human interest story that deserves more recognition. That's the only reason why I'm complaining about this as it is. I mean, think about it for a minute. Deforest Buckner reunites with his old coach and his partner in crime, Eric Armstead. You gonna tell me that's not an interesting story? Come on now. Oh, but we have to sit back and endure Jerry Jones and the Dallas Cowboys. Oh, big kudos for Plan B, Jerry Jones. Jones did not want Jalen Smith. Okay, I'm glad he picked up Jalen Smith. Jalen Smith's a nice guy, and I really do appreciate the fact that he's going to be in the NFL, and he deserves a chance. But that was not Jones' first plan. He went to Plan B. That's why he got Jalen Smith, because he didn't trade up. He wanted Paxton Lynch. We all know that. Oh, why did he get all those kudos? Like he's the big hero of the draft. Gave him an A-. An A- for his draft effort. He needed to address his defensive issues. What does he do? He drafts Ezekiel Elliot. A-. You gonna tell me that makes any sense? He hasn't got any. He loses how many people in the first month of the season? About 4 or 5. The defensive line suffers for the entire month of September. A- for the Dallas Cowboys. We go further into the disrespect. Trent Baalke. Beautiful job by Trent. I don't care what anybody says. We did not deserve the ESPN ranking of worst effort in the draft this year. 32nd. People gave us C- from the NFL Network. And at the same time, Trent comes in. And we needed a pass rusher. Deforest Buckner, check that box. We needed offensive line help. Everybody knows we need offensive line help. We pick up Joshua Garnett. Check that box. But they said they didn't appreciate the way we went about doing it. They felt it was strange. Everybody knows, except for those who make these kind of judgments, that Trent Baalke did 2 good things with that pickup with Joshua Garnett. First of all, the Hawks were gonna pick up Garnett. Yeah, they were. Trent swooped in and took him. And that served 2 purposes. Gives us a very quality offensive guard, of which we needed, because Anthony Davis has lost his mind and we are not gonna get him back. And we take away from the pick that you and I both know the Hawks was gonna pick up. And we leave the Hawks with Germain Ifedi. Germain Ifedi, a Joshua Garnett, he is not. Ha! So therefore, and then the Hawks go on to pick up several more running backs. What is with running backs? Anyway, NFL Network gives them a B- on their effort. If we're going to judge like this, how in the world did the Tampa Bay Bucks escape being called the stupidest draft of all time? They traded up, losing draft picks, to pick up Roberto Aguayo. And he's a kicker. Who trades up, giving up draft picks for a kicker? Okay, you know what? And Mel Kiper comes in and gives him a B-. Mel Kiper Jr. Mel Kiper Jr. I'm not going to tell you what Mel Kiper Jr. thought about what we did. Let us leave now this moment of mystery. I kept smiling the whole time. I'm cool because we picked up Deforest Buckner. In fact, let us segue to the Hawaiian Islands, home of Deforest Buckner, and talk to a local person that's been a 49er fan for a long time and see how he's feeling right now about the 49ers. I'm cool. Not cool. All right. Bam! In celebration of picking up the biggest, the sexiest, the hunkiest, the badass assassin, Buckner. You know, I know people start saying, hey, man, we already see you lose your mind before, man. Don't start on that again. I'm not going to go crazy. Ronbo says he will not go crazy today, okay? Chill it. I got another badass, sexy, hunky Hawaiian. I want to find out what's going on in Hawaii right now. Are people going nuts? Are they saying things like, yeah, Eli, what's up, man?
What's up, Rambo? I don't know about sexy, man, but we excited.
You know what? Because from where I'm sitting, I'm thinking, man, if it was me, I'd be saying, oh, man. But we've had more than one Hawaiian come into the NFL do a good job. It's not that all of a big deal, but it is because it's the 49ers as far as I'm concerned. What you feeling on that?
It's the best one since Jesse Sapolo, I tell you that much. We're about to do some damage, Ronbo, I tell you that much. He ready.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man, because the dude got together with his alter ego, his twin. See, that's what I'm saying? It's like together, they make one mad machine. See, this is what I'm delighted about. What are you expecting from these two in combination, man? Can you make a prediction right now? I'm talking about sacks leaders. I'm talking about yardage that they cut down. I'm talking about those type of things where they drop a running back way back in the backfield. What do you see? Predict that future for us, man.
I say both of them. Maybe 40 to 50 tackles for loss. I say combined, maybe 10 sacks, but they'll do a lot more damage. They'll free up our ends. They'll help our cornerbacks out. We need that help. They're going to put some pressure up on that quarterback, stop that run, force that double teams, and open up our ends to do some damage.
Eli, do you know anything about Deforest? I mean, because you know what? It's not the kind of thing I realize Hawaii is like spread out and everybody doesn't know everything about everybody. But you know, a lot of small towns in America, everybody knows everybody's business, you know. Is there anything about Deforest that people don't know about that only people in Hawaii know about by any chance?
I don't know him personally, but I know he went to Punahou, same as Montai Teo. They've been putting out some athletes. They're from Waianae, one of the bigger Polynesian areas in Hawaii. But I don't know him personally, but that boy is big and he's gonna do some damage, I tell you.
Hey, that school you just mentioned. Is there a lot of athletes? You mentioned one other football player. They got a lot of athletes from that particular school?
Recently they've been picking up a lot of athletes. It used to be St. Louis, but Punahou's been picking up a lot of Polynesian athletes and they've been putting it together.
Is it the coaching staff over there? Or who's turning out all them great products?
It's the education. I figure Obama came from there. It's just one of the higher education schools in Hawaii.
Okay, so they're not really out there to produce athletes as much as they are academia. That's interesting.
Yeah, well, recently they've been putting out some athletes, so I guess they're putting it together.
It's like Stanford University, because you know we got Joshua Garnett from there, and so that means we got two brilliant minds on the front line.
and a possible tight end, that Devon Lesiste, whatever his name is.
That's interesting.
That boy gonna do some damage too. He gonna be a sleeper, I tell you. That's my sleeper pick.
As a matter of fact, as far as picks go, we're getting bad grades from the same people we always get bad grades. NFL Network, ESPN, they all come in. And Eli, man, they gave the Hawks big grades. Just like last year, they said, we look for the Seahawks to, again, contest for the Super Bowl. The Seahawks, all they picked up was a bunch of running backs.
They ain't gonna do nothing.
They picked up Ifidus. That offensive guard, the guy sucks. Why?
They only picked him up because Josh Garnett was taken by the 49ers. We cock blocked their asses on that one.
I enjoy that move so much. It's like Trent says, oh, this is what we're going to do. We're going to make them weaker by taking somebody we could use, and we'll go ahead and trade up. Because you notice that, right, Eli? You notice that it wasn't about trading up for the first round pick. It was about blocking and stopping. This is all part of the strategy, man.
We're going to take them out first.
As a matter of fact, we got them in the third game of the season. How do you feel? You know what, Eli? We can make a prediction. How far along? Because I'm thinking, what is the learning curve? They've already played together. Eli and Eric have played together. So I would think he would be able to usher him into the NFL very quickly. Can we expect, can Deforest, can he be up to speed by game 3? You think?
Our defense will be good. It's the offense I'm worried about.
Yeah.
We got a whole bunch of moving pieces on that offensive line, and we need to get rid of Pierce and Devy. Hopefully this draft we got it going, but once they start driving, we got some weapons. Just hope they believe in that scheme that Chip Kelly runs. If they can believe and put it together, it's danger. It's good to be underrated too. No one's gonna see it coming.
I know, man. That's the thing, and so much predicates off the defense of the other team. You can't prepare for Chip Kelly's offense. That's what I like about it. Whatever you do, it's what's going to make the difference in the next play we do.
Yep.
Eli, were there any players that you would have appreciated picking up that we did not pick up?
Oh, everybody's gonna say they want Scooby Wright and Scooby Wright. Yeah, I wanted him too. But Eric Stryker, I think we could have took him with our last pick in the 7th. That boy got heart. He may be undersized, but you can't measure a player's heart.
That's right.
He's got it. I would have loved to see Stryker in there. Scooby's good, but for him to fall out, something must have been up. Maybe injury or his attitude or whatever it is, but I think Stryker's going to be something special.
Hindsight. Later on, though, it'll become really clear that you're absolutely right, or it'll become really clear that Trent knew what he was doing. We don't get to say that all the time. But so hopefully we'll get to say it this time.
If not, it might be the last time we're talking about him.
Yeah, I know.
It might be his last.
Because Chip Kelly, man, how much do you think he was involved in these picks? Because I keep wondering, is Trent, like, he's a control freak. I wonder if he told Chip just, I'll handle this. What do you think he let Chip in?
I think Chip had a little bit in the pot, but I think Trent, you notice how he didn't move back this and accumulate any draft picks like he usually does?
True.
This is his last year. If he doesn't put out, he's gone. He gave all his eggs in this basket.
That's right, Trent. And we'll be flying that plane over Levi's Stadium, dragging Jed York's name through the mud again if we suck.
Yep, and I'm going to have to donate GoFundMe ad for that one. Or get my pilot's license.
Eli, what island are you on right now?
I'm on the Big Island.
All right.
I'm about to go to Maui.
Yeah.
Next couple hours. Actually
right.
flying out today instead.
Give me the 49er yell before you say goodbye, man. 3, 2, 1.
Ow! Ow! Ow!
Yeah! Yeah.
You have a good one, Ronbo.
Yeah. Thank you, Eli. Mahalo. Wait, let me do it. Mahalo. I'll talk to you online, brah. And also, 49ers meeting coming up this weekend, but of course, you can find out all the instructions you'll need on the app and, of course, Facebook Rumble Sports fan page. I'm getting notes from people saying, I meant to join your meeting. Go to the app. The instructions are right there, the time and everything. If you're coming in too late or too early, that'll all be straightened out by just going to the app. All right? And also, Instagram and Twitter will be there about an hour before we start. There's no excuse for not being there this Sunday. So I look to see you there. Let me also remind you, in case you didn't know, I'm doing a podcast now each and every week for those of us who are sick of turning on the radio and listening to sports talk radio and hearing things like the 49ers are going to do 2 and... Let me not get into the nasty rhetoric. I do things that we want to hear. I promise you that. And you can be a part of it too. Check the app. On the menu, go to how to join the show. You can join me on the podcast. You can join me right here on YouTube as well. Because you know how I like to hang out with you. Hit like if you do. Please subscribe and share. I look to see you Sunday.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Niners!
You'll never have the secrets.